Hello students, today we will discuss the definition of field and example of field. Before going to the definition of field, see the definition of ring. A non-empty set R with two binary operations, addition and multiplication is called ring if it follows the three rules. First is what? R with respect to addition, set R with respect to addition is an additive abelian group. What is meant by additive abelian group? Firstly, R should be grouped with respect to addition, then it will be abelian. What is a group? Group follows four properties. First is R is closed under addition. Second, associative operation is followed in set R with respect to addition. Third is additive identity exists in set R. And last is additive inverses of elements of R exist in R only. Then R dot is a multiplicative semigroup. What is a multiplicative semigroup? If you take any two elements, suppose A, B from set R being non-empty, we can choose the elements from set R. A, B belongs to R. If A dot B again belongs to R, then we say that multiplication is closed for the set R. Means product of two elements again belongs to R. For which elements? For the elements from the set R. If AB belongs to R, then A dot B belongs to R. Then we say that R dot is a multiplicative semigroup. Third is multiplication distributes over addition. Means if you take three elements from set R, suppose they are A, B, C, then multiplication distributes from left side. Means what? A into B plus C is equal to A into B plus A into C. And multiplication also distributes from right side also. A plus B into C is equal to A into C plus B into C. If R follows these three properties, first is R is additive abelian group with respect to addition. Okay. Second is R is multiplicative semigroup. Third is multiplication distributes over addition. Then we say that R is a ring. For example, you can consider the set of integers Z. What is this set? Set like this. Okay, this is a ring. Means what? This set Z is additive abelian group with respect to addition. The same set is multiplicative semigroup and multiplication distributes over addition. Therefore, Z is a ring. Another example of ring is the set of real numbers is also a ring. Now, what is a division ring? Now see the definition of division ring. A ring R is said to be division ring if the set of all non-zero elements, of ring R forms a group with respect to multiplication. Okay, division ring is what? A ring is said to be division ring if set of all non-zero elements of the ring R forms a group under multiplication. And let us go towards the definition of field. What is field? If a field is what? Commutative division ring is called as a field. Means what? field is a ring for which set of all non-zero elements forms a group with respect to multiplication, provided that that ring should be commutative. Commutative means what? The ring should be commutative with respect to multiplication. Means what? For all A, B belongs to ring R, A dot B is same as B dot A, or you can say A into B is equal to B into A. Then we say that ring is a commutative ring. Now, if you take the set of integers, it is not a field because this is not a division ring. Means what? It's all non-zero elements does not form a group with respect to multiplication. Now the next example is R, set of real numbers, it is a field. Another example is the set ZP. What is ZP? ZP is set of P elements starting from 0 bar, 1 bar, 2 bar and up to P minus 1 bar. Okay. Now ZP is a field if and only P is a prime number. Otherwise ZP is not a field. This is the example of finite field, while set of real numbers is an example of infinite field. Another example is set of rational number. This is also a field. Now, what is the irreducible polynomial? Irreducible polynomial is what? A polynomial fx from the field fx is called an irreducible polynomial if fx is equal to gx into hx, where gx and hx belongs to the same field fx, such that either gx belongs to f or hx belongs to f. A polynomial fx belongs to the field capital Fx is called as irreducible polynomial if fx is written as gx into hx, where gx and hx are from the field fx, such that either gx belongs to f or hx belongs to f. Firstly, you know the result. If f is a field, then fx, the ring of polynomial, is also a field. If f is a field, implies the ring of polynomial fx is a field. Okay. Now we are taking the polynomial fx from the field fx and talking about its irreducibility. It's said to be irreducible if fx is written as product of two polynomials gx and hx, where gx hx belongs to fx, such that either gx belongs to f. What is the meaning of gx belongs to f? Means gx is constant number. Field f is a field. There we are taking gx from f, means gx is a constant number, or hx is a constant number. Means what? A polynomial fx is an irreducible polynomial if its factor, it is factored into two polynomials, then one of the factor must be a constant factor. Otherwise, it is a reducible polynomial. For example, if you choose this polynomial fx is equal to x square minus 2. Okay, what are the coefficients? 1 and minus 2. Now we can take this polynomial from the field qx. Let us check that the polynomial fx is reducible over the field qx or not. try to write the factors of fx like this, gx and hx, provided that both gx and hx should be from the field fx. Now, which is our field? The field is qx. There is only one way to write this polynomial. This is equal to, you can write this as 1 into x square minus 2. Okay. Or some of you can also write this as 2 upon 2, suppose. It will come 1 again, x square minus 2, but doesn't matter. Means what? This polynomial, if you factor this polynomial, then one of its factor is a constant number. Therefore, it is a irreducible polynomial. Because of what? Either gx is constant or hx is constant. Here, we got the number 1 as a constant number. Now, consider the another example of the polynomial. If you consider fx is equal to x raised to 4 minus 4. Now, take this polynomial from the field qx again, or you may consider from the field rx, set of real numbers. Now, see that this polynomial is not a irreducible polynomial, means it is a reducible polynomial. See why? Because we factor this polynomial as x square minus 2 into x square plus 2, right? Now see, both the factors are from the same field rx, means what? This condition is satisfied, fx is equal to gx into hx, where gx and hx belongs to the field fx. Okay, now both the polynomials x square minus 2 and x square plus 2 belongs to the field rx. Okay, but neither of the polynomial belongs to R. Neither of the polynomial is a constant polynomial, but x square minus 2 and x square plus 2 are non-constant. Therefore, fx is a reducible polynomial. Means what? If a polynomial is factored into two non-constant polynomials, provided that both the factors belongs to same field, then we say that fx is a reducible polynomial. You also try this polynomial. X square plus 1 belongs to the field of real numbers Rx. Polynomial ring over R. Okay. Now, if you try to factor this polynomial, what you get? X square plus 1 equal to x plus I into x minus I, right? Where I is a complex number whose value is square root of minus 1. Now see, these are the factors of the polynomial x square plus 1, but neither of the factor has coefficient from the set of real number. What are the coefficients? 1 and minus plus I, 1 and minus I. But I and minus I are complex numbers that does not belong to the field of real number. Therefore, the polynomial can be factorized. It is okay. But the factors does not belong to the same field Rx. Therefore, the polynomial is irreducible polynomial. See again the definition. What is the definition? If fx is factored into two factors, gx and hx, where both the factors belongs to same field, where the fx polynomial is defined. Okay. Now these are the two factors for this polynomial, but these two factors does not belongs to Rx. Therefore, x square plus 1 is an irreducible polynomial over Rx. Now types of polynomial. One of the polynomial is primitive polynomial. Primitive polynomial. A polynomial belongs to the ring of polynomials over integers zx is said to be primitive if the GCD greatest common divisor of the coefficient of the all coefficients of polynomial fx is 1. A polynomial fx from this ring Zx is said to be primitive polynomial if the greatest common divisor of all the polynomials of fx, if the greatest common divisor of the coefficient of fx is 1. For example, choose the polynomial from the ring Zx. Suppose fx is equal to 3x square plus 5x plus 2. This is a polynomial from the ring of integers. Now see, which are the coefficient of this polynomial? 3, another coefficient is 5, and next is 2. These are the all coefficients of polynomial fx. What is the GCD? GCD is denoted by round bracket. What is GCD of these 3 integers? Is equal to 1. Therefore, the polynomial 3x square plus 5x plus 2 is a primitive polynomial. This is the example. Another example is gx is equal to x cube plus x plus 1. This is also primitive polynomial. All the coefficients are 1. Therefore, their GCD is equal to 1. Therefore, it is a primitive polynomial. Now, next is monic polynomial. What is a monic polynomial? A polynomial fx is said to be monic if its leading coefficient is 1. What is leading coefficient? Suppose fx is a polynomial of the type an x raised to n plus an minus 1 x raised to n minus 1 plus a0. Then the coefficient of highest power of x in this expression, the coefficient of highest power of x in this expression is referred as a leading coefficient. Which is leading coefficient now? The highest power of x is n in this polynomial and its coefficient is an. Therefore, an is a leading coefficient. If value of an is 1, then we say that the polynomial is a monic polynomial. For example, if you choose this polynomial gx, we can take the another polynomial. Suppose x raised to 5 plus 2x minus 3. This is a monic polynomial. Because of what? Its leading coefficient is 1. One more result is that the relation between primitive polynomial and monic polynomial. If you take the polynomial over the ring of polynomial over zx, and it is monic polynomial, then it will be primitive polynomial. Means what? Every monic polynomial over z is a over every monic polynomial is a primitive polynomial over z. For example, you can consider this polynomial or you can try another polynomial. hx is equal to x raised to 4 minus 2x cube minus 2x square minus 4x plus 6. Check that it is monic polynomial. The leading coefficient of x raised to 4, the leading coefficient of hx is 1. Therefore, hx is a monic polynomial. What is the GCD of all the coefficients of this polynomial hx? Which are the coefficients now? 1. Next is minus 2. This coefficient is minus 2, minus 4, 6. Greatest common divisor. The common divisor for all these numbers or integers, and choose greatest among that divisor. That will come to be 1. Therefore, this polynomial is a primitive polynomial by the definition of polynomial. Therefore, every monic polynomial over Z is a primitive polynomial. But the converse need not be true. For example, you consider this polynomial fx 3x square plus 5x plus 2. See that this is a primitive polynomial because of what? GCD of the coefficient of fx is equal to 1. But it is not a monic polynomial because its leading coefficient is 3. It is not 1. Therefore, fx is primitive polynomial but not a monic polynomial. Now, see some properties of fx. If f is a field, then fx is also a field. This is a field, and there is the important property of this field is that the division algorithm holds for this field. The division algorithm hold means what? If you take the two polynomials fx belongs to fx and another non-zero polynomial gx, this is not equal to 0. Again, this is from field fx. Then there exist two polynomials qx and rx such that fx is equal to gx into qx plus rx, where either r of x is 0 or degree of rx is strictly less than degree of gx. Less than degree of the polynomial gx. This is about the division algorithm. If you divide, means what? If you divide the polynomial fx by a non-zero polynomial, remember that divisor should not be equal to 0. This is non-zero polynomial. If you divide this polynomial by gx, suppose the quotient is qx and remainder is rx, then we write this in division algorithm. Fx is equal to gx into qx plus rx. What is this rx? Rx is called as a remainder polynomial. Qx is called as a quotient polynomial. This is called quotient polynomial. And this is called as a remainder polynomial. Remember that either rx is equal to 0, remainder polynomial is 0, or degree of the remainder polynomial is strictly less than the degree of the divisor polynomial. Now there is one result based on this property. There is a proposition it is given that let fx belongs to fx. Be a polynomial degree strictly greater than 1 if f of alpha equal to 0 for some alpha belongs to f, then fx is reducible over f. Now we try to prove this proposition. You know the definition of reducible polynomial. What is the definition of reducible polynomial? If you factor that polynomial into two factors, suppose hx and gx, then if both the factors are non-constant polynomials, both the factors are from same field here and they are non-constant, then we say that fx is a reducible. Now what is given thing? F of alpha equal to 0. Proof. Let fx belongs to fx and alpha belongs to f. Means what? Alpha is a constant number from the field here. As soon as alpha belongs to f, you can say that the polynomial x minus alpha also belongs to fx, right? X minus alpha has coefficients 1 and alpha or minus alpha that are from field here, therefore x minus alpha belongs to f. Being field, fx is a field, therefore division algorithm holds for this field. We can apply the division algorithm to the two polynomials fx and x minus alpha. Now, in what way you apply the division algorithm to this polynomial? See, the degree of x minus alpha polynomial is 1 and degree of x minus alpha polynomial is 1 and fx, degree of fx is strictly greater than 1, means which is the polynomial of less degree, which is the minimal degree polynomial. This x minus alpha has degree less than the degree of fx. Therefore, we can divide polynomial fx by x minus alpha. Then by division algorithm, which is the divisor polynomial x minus alpha, and you are dividing to the polynomial fx. Therefore, we write fx is equal to x minus alpha into qx plus rx. Okay, where what is qx? Qx, where qx and rx are from the field fx. Okay, qx is called as a quotient polynomial and rx is called as a remainder polynomial. But what is the condition on rx? Don't forget that condition. Either rx is 0 or degree of rx is strictly less than degree of gx. But which is gx here? Here the gx is divisor polynomial which is non-zero, and here the divisor polynomial is x minus alpha. Therefore, gx polynomial is x minus alpha, where either rx is equal to 0 or degree of rx is strictly less than degree of gx. Now which is gx? X minus alpha. You know the degree of x minus alpha. What is this degree? 1. Means what? Either rx is equal to 0 or degree of the polynomial rx is strictly less than 1. But you know degree is always positive number. Degree of the polynomial is always a positive number. Therefore, this degree should come 1. Therefore, degree of rx is equal to, degree come to be 0, which is strictly less than 1. Degree of rx is equal to 0. What is the meaning of 0 degree polynomial? It must be a constant polynomial. Degree 0 polynomial is always a constant polynomial. Therefore, rx is equal to constant. And rx is from which field? Rx is from fx. Therefore, rx must be a constant. Say it is c. Okay, where c is a constant number. Now call this as equation number 1. Therefore, equation 1 will give is equal to x minus alpha into qx plus c, where c is a constant number. Now what is the given condition? Another given condition is f of alpha equal to 0. Okay, f of alpha equal to 0. This is the expression for fx. Put x is equal to alpha so that you can use the value f of alpha as 0. Put x is equal to alpha in above equation. Therefore, f of alpha, okay, LHS is what? F of alpha is equal to alpha minus alpha into q of alpha plus c. Okay. Now, what is the value of f of alpha? Given value is 0. Therefore, 0 is equal to alpha minus alpha is again 0 into q of alpha is same plus c. This implies what? C is equal to 0. If c value is 0, then what will be the value of fx? Therefore, f of x is equal to x minus alpha into qx. The value of c is 0. Now see that degree of fx is greater than 1. This degree is strictly greater than 1, and you have two results for the degree of the polynomial. Which are that results? The degree of fx into gx is equal to degree of fx plus degree of gx, and the another result is what? Degree of fx plus gx is less than or equal to maximum of degree fx and degree gx. Okay, degree of the product of two polynomials is equal to degree of addition of that polynomial. Degree of the addition of the degree of that polynomials. Here, degree of fx is strictly greater than 1. Suppose fx has degree 2. This polynomial has degree 1, x minus alpha, qx. Therefore, qx must have degree 1. If you choose the degree of fx is 2, because it is strictly greater than 1, we can choose degree of fx as 2. Degree of x minus alpha is what? 1. And by this result, degree of fx into gx is degree fx plus degree gx. This degree of qx will come to be 1 and greater than 1. If you choose the fx polynomial as degree 3, then what is this degree of qx? It will come to be 2, because this degree is 1 plus 2 is equal to 3. Therefore, qx is a non-constant polynomial, as degree of fx is strictly greater than 1. This implies degree of qx is greater than or equal to 1. Means what? Qx is non-constant polynomial. Therefore, what is the definition of irreducible polynomial now? The irreducible polynomial is what? If fx is factored into two factors and one of that factor is a constant, then we say that fx is irreducible polynomial. And if fx is factored into two factors, first is x minus alpha, another is qx. X minus alpha is non-constant because it is a linear polynomial, first degree polynomial, and qx is also non-constant polynomial, and both the polynomials x minus alpha and the polynomial qx belongs to fx. Both the polynomials are from fx. Therefore, what? Fx is reducible polynomial by the definition of reducibility. Thank you, students.